For 23 years of my life, I've lived in the suburbs. It's peaceful, clean, interconnected, and comfortable for the most part. And while I love living here, there's a part of me that's craving more stimulation, inspiration, and movement. I've had a place in mind for a while now, so I think it's time for a change of pace. Let's go to New York. It's not a surprise, but you could probably guess the first thing we did when we landed. Yup, we went on a quest for a toasty slice of New York pizza. And what I love about it here is you never have to worry about finding what's open late at night.
Got a meatloaf pizza. Cheesy.
I've always thought that New York pizzas were a must-have, but I've quickly learned that the New York classic is a chopped cheese, and also one of my new must-haves. Just hands down one of the best late-night foods, and if there was one thing that I would never say no to, it was this.
This is so good.
Sometimes I can be a picky eater, and I am that person who looks for the trendy spots on TikTok, but to be honest, I wasn't always too impressed with those, and also not to mention, it's usually impossible to get reservations at those restaurants. Though the one I will give it to is El Antico and 7th Street Burger, and as someone from California, this might be a controversial take, but I'd have to say 7th Street over In-N-Out.
Trying our 7th Street burger. Not my patty off perfect. Oh damn, this shit is small.
New York being such a walkable city, I found myself peering from business to business and coming across holes in the wall that I wouldn't have known to try otherwise. Sometimes I would leave the place without even knowing the name, but I would always remember the taste and where it was.
Look at how damn big this bowl is. I'm serious. If you guys are in New York, you have to visit this place in Chinatown for some really good Hong Kong tea and coffee. And the guy working mixed it for us. So we have a combination of both.
There was something special about fueling myself in this way, because it was more so than just having a full stomach, but I also felt like I fueled the soul. It's the satisfaction of not taking the shortcut to look up a popular spot, but immersing yourself in these different cuisines that New York has. New York is such a unique city. The people, infrastructure, and energy. As someone who lives a suburb life, I usually never get to experience having everything at my fingertips. It's kind of like when you take a kid to the candy store. It can be overwhelming at first because everything is quite literally in your face, but it's also amazing that a place like New York can allow people to blend so easily. And sometimes you couldn't even tell if people were locals or tourists.
Square. Bring tourists.
And though I feel like tourists get the side eye more than they should, I've realized that it kind of takes being a tourist to feel alive again. Because as tourists, you feel open to everything and anything, where you just appreciate experiences for what they are, because you know that that moment is going to be short-lived. It's the holidays in New York, and one thing about me is I love to shop for other people because it just gives me that boost of serotonin seeing others enjoy what I've hand selected for them.
Who's it for?
My mom.
Birthday and Christmas together?
Yeah, I'm not eating after this.
And I know that if I could do that for others, I could certainly do it for myself. And I think we all deserve a bit of treating yourself for just, doing life. And I will be the first to say that I could be better about taking my own advice. I've always grown up with the mindset that you gotta achieve something first before you deserve the reward. But you know what? Treating yourself is so much more than just that. I wish I could stay in New York forever, but I think I reclaimed the energy that I've been desperately looking for here. Sometimes I try not to escape from the reality when traveling because I want to consciously allow myself to come to terms with the everyday void I feel and wait for that fresh air to hit me in the moments I feel most alive in a new place. It's all about a balanced existence. Likewise, I could never stay in a quiet town for the rest of my life either, but this change of pace reminded me what it feels like to feel alive again, and I can't wait to channel this energy in the new year.